Well, of course, that we do talk a lot about reducing stress and how important that is to our overall health and wellness. This morning, we want to talk about the relationship between work stress and heart disease. Here with some insight now is our daytime cardiologist, Dr. Shobha. Always good to have you back on the show.
Good to be here.
And stress, of course, and the toll that it takes really on everything when it comes to our health, but especially our hearts.
That is correct. You know, a new study just came out. They studied about 6,000 people over an 18-year period.
Okay.
And they found that men who are in a stressful job, and two types of stress, you know, one where you have a lot of you have to be show high performance at work, but you have no control. And the other one is you do a lot of work, but you don't feel recognized, or you don't get paid enough for it, or you feel like you're not appreciated. So men who are in these situations were at much higher risk for having heart attack, chest pain, coronary, anything related to heart disease. And so this was a very interesting study. And so we just thought, it caused, there was some correlation between stress and heart disease, but this actually put a number to it, significantly increased number, and the study just got published. And so I think it is so important how we approach stress at work and what people, can do for their employees to reduce stress for lifelong benefit.
And this study was done over 18 years, so that is a lengthy career that they looked at.
Yes, yes, and almost a 49% increase in all these events. If you put both types of stresses together, they had a much exponential increase in the risk in actual events from heart disease. And so this is a very eye-opening study that they've done. And I think it chips at us, on a daily basis. And if we don't gear ourselves to emotionally, we need to control our stress, and we need to control our emotions. And what happens at work is we let our emotions unfortunately control us. Our blood pressure goes up. We don't take those small 2-minute breaks to calm down. For every 1 hour, even if you just spend 5 minutes calming yourself down, you might be more productive for the next hour. And so I think we need to be very careful how we take care of ourselves at work, not just at home.
And it's interesting too, you said the two groups. So I think the one we would normally think about is the one that's under a lot of pressure and constantly achieving, but the other one is someone just kind of overlooked.
Exactly.
And how that builds over time.
Yes.
It's more like it's like a passive stress.
That is correct. That is correct. And there can be a lot of conjectures. Is it an individual person's approach to stress, or is it just the stress hormones that build up? Because we do spend considerable amount of time at work. Could there be constriction in our blood vessels? Do we eat unhealthy when we are stressed at work? We don't keep healthy choices at work. So over time, it builds up and raises our risk for heart disease.
And certainly something employers could take note of as well.
Yes, very important.
That there are things that they could do, like you said, the appreciation thing. That's, something that doesn't take a lot of money to do, but can be done in various other ways.
Correct.
Okay. Well, some great information. Those are some scary statistics. So want to give everybody, there's a great website, heart.org, lots of great information on natural ways to reduce your stress, cope with your stress in a better way so it doesn't take that toll on your overall health. Dr. Shobha, thanks so much for joining us.
Thank you.